An important component of student organization recognition is understanding the resources available to our recognized organizations. Connect UWW is one of those resources. Found at uww.edu/connect, Connect UWW is a database that is so much more for our student organizations and co-curricular opportunities here at Whitewater. It allows you to share who you are as an organization, advertise, manage your roster and communication within your group, find campus policies and resources, fill out forms, manage your budget, create to-do lists, a whole bunch of different things that you can choose to do to help manage and carry on your organization from year to year. The information is stored there and only leaves your portal or your group's page when your group chooses to delete it. So it's there for the long haul to help transition from year to year and help officers understand what the history is of their organization. All student organizations must have their portal updated as part of the organization recognition process, and that is due by Sunday, May 15th. Another resource you have at your disposal is the Student Involvement Office. Located in University Center, room 127, the Involvement Office is a place to help you and your organization do your absolute best here on campus. The office offers trainings via UCast, which is a video-based training module that we're providing with many different topics, everything from travel and transportation to creating events to recruiting new members. It also has staff there to help you with budgeting and with spending money from your SUF allocation if that's something you've received. To support you in using Connect UWW and getting the most out of the system, the Student Involvement Office will also help with marketing for your event, sharing what's going on our social media pages as well as where we post information for student orgs and students. And really, the Involvement Office's job is to not only help organizations and the leaders of those orgs, but also promote involvement overall to campus. So their job is to know about you so that when students come in and say, hey, I'm looking to get involved, they can help direct them to the right groups, to the places where they're going to feel at home and that they can contribute to the goals of the organization and the institution. Another resource that you have specifically deals with having students who are members who have documented disabilities. The university wants to make sure that there's never a time where an organization has to say, no, we can't do something, or no, a certain person can't participate because of their disability. And so if possible, we want to help with that. We have an account called the SUF ADA account. ADA stands for the Americans with Disabilities Act, and it is specifically about helping student organizations be able to provide accommodations that are appropriate due to disability. So it's important to note that this only works for students who have documented disabilities with the university, and that we're not going to cover 100% of costs, but that we would do our best to cover the difference between a service provided without accommodation and a service provided with. So for example, if you needed a bus with a chair lift because a member is in a chair, then that's something that we could provide cover the difference in cost from a bus without the lift to a bus with the lift. Another fairly new resource, in fact it's so new we're really still learning the details of it, is that our University of Wisconsin system is working with an insurance provider to create a way for general liability insurance to be provided for most of our student organizations. We're still learning about this process. It's actually one of the primary reasons for the change in the deadline process for student orgs to be recognized. But it will provide some general liability coverage for our student orgs, and we'll be sharing that information over the summer and or in the fall as it becomes available from the system. It is important to note that we do know already that this liability insurance will not cover some specific activities that are listed here. Greek organizations who typically have their own, and actually at Whitewater are required to have their own liability insurance. ROTC, dating groups and survivor groups are not eligible for coverage due to increased identified risk. Recognized student organizations have a number of other resources at their disposal. Participating in the involvement fair and homecoming, being eligible for campus awards, being able to reserve facilities, rooms, and spaces on campus. but then also some more marketing-based things like using the AccuCut in the Rock Connection Center, being able to fax from our office, being able to use our laminator, paper and markers for large posters, and lots of different things. We also have lockable file storage and mailboxes, assistance with event planning and advising, and more. So please make sure you come use these resources. They're really meant to help you be successful, whether it's to help students understand who you are as an organization through sitting at the fair and sharing that picture with people, or if it's through making posters and hanging them around campus. We want to help you be a successful organization. We've been asked to provide a note about printing org materials, specifically in the general access labs. The access labs are funded from the curriculum fees that exist related to your tuition. So it's important to note that it is expected that you are only printing things for classwork in the general access labs. Student orgs should not be using those labs for printing your org materials. But if you need to make copies, you certainly can do so in a number of different ways. Career and Leadership Development will make copies for groups. We bill you on a monthly basis, and it's at cost, so it's not expensive. We do have black and white copying available. Quick Copy, which is our copy center, is located in the lower level of the bookstore, and you can pay cash there. They can do everything from binding and laminating and color copies and all kinds of different types of copying for you. They will take cash if you have an org code. Because you're SUF funded, they will also charge the fee directly to your SUF account for you. And then the Media Lab in the Anderson General Access Lab does have some services provided for student organizations as well, and they would charge cash right at the spot. Community service is a large component of being a student organization here at UW-Whitewater and of being a student here at UW-Whitewater. We want to make sure that we have an accurate representation of the service that takes place by and with our students. So we ask that you submit student org service information that includes projects that you've done, money or items that you've raised for different philanthropies. And you need to submit those on OrgSync, which is the Connect UWW site. If you go to Connect UWW and you put community service submission into the search bar, you can get it directly from there. We ask that all service be reported by May 31st. That will allow us to pull the data together to be able to share for the Chancellor's Office and for local news reporting agencies to be able to share all of the good things that you do as students here at UW-Whitewater. It is not too late, and many of you are thinking it's way too early to participate in homecoming. We have had one meeting in April to announce what the theme is, and we'll be having groups pick their themes on Tuesday, May 3rd. The overarching theme is candy, so groups will be picking different types of candy as their theme, and we do believe that it is sweet to be a Warhawk, so we want to celebrate that. The theme selection will take place on Tuesday, May 3rd in the Hamilton Room at 9:15 p.m. But if you're watching this after May 3rd, or if you can't make that May 3rd meeting, please make sure you check out the homecoming portal, orgsync.com/112488. You can sign up for a theme there. You can find out information about how to get involved. We really hope that our student organizations take advantage of homecoming. It's a great way to bring alumni back, to tie to the traditions of the university, and to market your organization to potential members. Homecoming 16 is scheduled for the week of October 16th through the 22nd.